Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Tell a friend. What up? What up? What up? Hey, welcome to another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy Joe Prophet. I'm usually with the boxing council, but hey, Saturday, man. You know what I mean. I had to tap in another way. You know what I mean. It's been about a week since we've been on. We're not going that long without another episode again. You can mark my words on that. But guess, man, listen, it's been a lot going on in this boxing world. It's been a lot going on, period, out here. We're gonna touch on a couple of things today. We're gonna talk Frank Martin De Los Santos, Tank and Lamont Rowe situation, what's going on with that. Ryan versus Rowley, Devin versus Jose Ramirez, Tio and Barbosa. And last but not least, we're gonna chop it up and talk about my boy Bill Haney. He's back, man. I don't know if y'all seen him kind of stir up the pot at the past presser on the zone card, on the Fatal Fury. He didn't really like the way that the zone, the whole platform, how they introduced and how they talked about Devin. Which is fine, it's his dad. But he wasn't lying, they was on some bullshit. Because to be honest, when you look at the entire panel, he's the only legit champion up there. So it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy to see that. But it is what it is. Now, De Los Santos, Frank Martin. Man, listen. I love this fight for a couple reasons, right? I love it because, one, we ain't seen De Los Santos in the ring since Shakur Stevenson. That's number one. Hopefully during the media day, we'll get to find out why and what happened, what was taking so long. I heard a couple of different things. I heard he had passport issues. I heard he was dealing with some sickness, dealing with some injuries. Could be all of the above. But I would definitely like to know why my man De Los Santos has been out of action because, listen, he's needed in the sport. A lot of people they feel the way they feel about him and Shakur's fight. But all you got to do is look at De Los Santos' resume. Go look at a couple of De Los Santos fights. Particularly him and El Rayo. I really like that fight. I think further down the line we're gonna find out what we got when them two fought. But up front, I don't think we really know what we had. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, it's a crazy situation. That fight was electric to be exact. You know what I mean? That was an electric fight. What it showed me about De Los Santos is not only is a tough competitor, but he can fight through adversity because he got dropped in the fight. El Rayo dropped him, but he got back up against El Rayo and he put El Rayo in the dirt. I mean, he flushed him like boo boo. I ain't gonna lie, he flushed him. It was crazy. Now, Frank Martin, this is a good redemption fight for him because if he could beat De Los Santos, now it's like, hey, Shakur, what's up? Yeah, you try to pull that little whatever. Now, you know what I'm saying? This the fight everybody talking about. You had a boring fight with this dude. I whooped him, whatever. Now what's up? So that's one thing I do love about the fight because either outcome of a win for either fighter, it could stir up the pot. You know what I mean? But I'm hearing that these guys are fighting at 140. The fight will not be at 135 pounds, which would make the most sense to stir up that division. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, I can understand, Frank, after his last outing with Tank, maybe wanting to explore something new, another weight class. Not too mad about it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. But then you got, the redemption of De Los Santos, because De Los Santos, he's a hell of a fighter, I love to see, how this fight go. It was rumored for this fight to happen a couple months ago, but then we heard about the De Los Santos sickness, quote unquote injuries. We don't really know what the injuries were. I don't really know. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. Let me know how that's going down. But, for the most part, it's just a hell of a good fight, man. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I got De Los Santos winning. Frank Martin's a hell of a fighter. He can put them things together. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I think Frank Frank might get swept under the rug, you know what I mean? Because if it is something where, you know, they get into a little firefight in the middle of the ring, I believe that favors De Los Santos. I like De Los Santos in that, you know, just for the simple fact that, yo, Duke can fight. You know what I mean? He ain't just he's a boxer puncher. He can box and he can fight. You know, and if you clip him, he's definitely looking for that get back. You know what I'm saying? Like I spoke about earlier. That's what happened in the El Rayo fight. You know, El Rayo came with that. He came with that noise. You know what I mean? He clipped my man De Los Santos. De Los Santos got back up and stepped on that boy. Like he stepped on him straight up and down. That's you know, that's about the best way I could describe that.
Man, stop playing. You lying, dog.
No, I ain't, man. I'm telling you, he stepped on that man, dog. That shit was incredible. A hell of a fight. Like I said, you know, a fight that I feel like maybe we didn't know what we got when we got it, you know, when it was going on in the moment, so to speak, you know, because De Los Santos is a bad boy. He's a bad boy, you know what I mean? But hey, so is Frank Martin, you know what I mean? Okay, only suffered a loss to, well, no, I think Frank got two losses. I gotta check that. Y'all can fact check me if y'all want to. But we know the most recent and destructive loss was to Tank Davis. You know what I mean? That brutal knockout. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Tank is one of those guys. You know what I mean? You make that mistake against Tank, you're going to go sleeping with the fish. It's Luca Brasi. You know? And speaking of Tank, that's leading us into this next situation with Tank and Lamar Roach. You know, we saw Lamar Roach went to the WBA. He protested the win. The WBA, let me read this because that shit was kind of crazy because it was like the WBA admitted that it was wrong, but they kept the fight a draw, which was very, very strange. Didn't really, okay. This is a quote from, this is on Ring Magazine tweeted this, but this is from WBA President Gilberto Mendoza. Okay. Gilberto Mendoza has told the Ring that he's still pursuing a Tank Davis versus Lamar Roach rematch. He has also clarified in the article published on the WBA website, which said the no knockdown call in the fight was correct solely. That the no knockdown call in the fight was correct was solely the opinion of the specific author and does not reflect the WBA's view. Mendoza himself believes a knockdown should have been called, which would have resulted in a decision win for Roach. Read that again. Mendoza himself believes a knockdown should have been called, which would have resulted in a decision victory for Roach. But what I'm confused about, okay, if y'all saying that you know that y'all made a mistake on it, y'all saying that y'all know it was supposed to be a knockdown, what the hell is the problem? Like, what are we doing right now? What's the issue? Like, where we at with it? You know what I'm saying? Because this is why I'm confused. You know, we all saw Tank take the knee. We saw it. I mean, even Ray Charles probably saw that. You know what I'm saying? And we know Stevie Wonder saw it because he could see every damn thing. Okay, but what's the point of appealing it or going to the sanctioning body or doing all this stuff only to say that, well, we felt like it should have been a knockdown, but you know, it really wasn't called. You know, like what? This is why I be confused,
man. I'm sorry. That nigga pussy.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. I don't understand it. Like, how are we going with this type of stuff? And then this is the result. Like, it's like to me, it really makes me wonder, like, why even go and do all that? It doesn't make sense. You know, I asked a couple of boxing aficionados, guys have been in the game 20 plus years, things of that nature. Have they ever seen a decision overturned to a win for the other fighter? And everybody was saying no. Everybody was saying no. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Hold on. Yo, Chaz, we on the live, man. You want to jump on the link in the chat? But yeah, you know, so it I don't really know how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like you know, like what are we doing? Like what are we really doing here, man? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we really doing here? Hold on just a second, man. Let me bring the council up in here. Just a second, man. Chill, if you don't want to get out, I hooked the clubhouse up to it too. Well, I was just chopping up about the Tank and Lamont situation. Just trying to figure out like, okay, Lamont went and appealed the decision and all that. And the WBA president, he says he felt like a knockdown should have been called, which would have resulted in a Lamont Roach win. But I'm like, what's the point of doing that? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me bring my guy up. Can you hear me, Jed?
Yo, what's the
Yeah, man.
word?
Man, chilling, bro. You don't know if you heard what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah. So my thing, and I'm like, bro, what the hell is the point of doing all that with the WBA? Doing,
Um.
can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. I don't know can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you now. I thought it was mine.
No, it was me. That whole said my mic was muted. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was
So
like,
I'm like, what's the what what's the point of going through all this shit, bro? Doing all this uh appealing and blase only for them to come back and say, hey, yeah, it should have been a knockdown, but hey, everybody kept, moving along. So we just gonna keep it how it is. It's like, bro,
right.
like what's it just feel like we just wasted a lot of damn time, wasted a lot of people time, like, a lot of energy.
Well,
If
you already know my stance on it was I never thought they should have did it in the first place. It's a waste of time.
right, right.
No disrespect to Lamont, but you're not important enough to overturn this decision.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
against, arguably the face of boxing.
Mm,
When it comes to us, anyway, the urban side, he's the face of boxing.
mm.
Canelo is the
Hold
face of
on now.
boxing.
Let that nigga cook.
You know what I'm saying? Canelo is the face of boxing for the for the other side. So I would say Lamont them took a stance of, oh, it's all right, and they did us wrong, so let us exercise our right to go do it. To me, it was a waste of time. You already had Tank in his feelings. You already got everybody else on your case because you just came in here forced to draw. Like, your career is pretty much laid. All you gotta do is let people come to you. All
right.
doing all that extra shit, to me, it's extra. To me, it's extra. I wouldn't want to ruin the second or third fight we can possibly have. That's just me.
So you think by him doing that, you think do you believe that Tank would not want to fight him again because he
Yep.
went through these measures to do all this? Or what?
No, I think it pissed Tank off more, but I also think it could have swayed a situation to where the rematch could have been off.
Mm. Yeah, because contractually, I mean, he's not obligated to a rematch.
That's what I'm saying. He don't have to.
Yeah.
He don't have to fight you again for real.
Yeah. It was
Because he
only if
could
he
have just.
lost.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So me, I wouldn't have. I ain't pushing no issue. I know it pissed Tank off, and it just so happened to go in their favor. To he said, "All right, bet I'm pushing for the rematch." But he could
Mm.
have just said, "Oh, you like Devin Haney and them guys. You want to
Right.
put the laws on me or something like that."
Right.
And
Right.
he could
Right.
have, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't know. That's just how I was looking at it. But shout out to Lamont them. They did what they feel was right.
Yeah, I mean, it did something. I mean, it definitely got under Tank's skin. It got Tank talking, tweeting. Got his attention. Because at first I believe, after the fight, Tank was saying something along the lines of, "Yeah, I want to fight him, but I don't think it's gonna be next. Maybe sometime next year, or something." But as soon as Lamont started doing what Lamont was doing, now he say he pushing for the rematch. It's in May, blah blah blah, and I kind of think Lamont was confused a little bit about how the contract actually went, because when he was like, he like, "What you mean you pushing for the rematch? I already signed. My say already signed." Da, 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 da. But I'm like, did you actually read your contract and what you signed? Because I'm pretty sure Tank had it in there that there was only going to be a rematch if he lost. So, you know, with that being said, he didn't lose. So technically, there ain't no rematch on the table. You know what I'm saying? Although we want to see it as fight fans, although even the casual guys that was watching it definitely want to see them go, want to see them running back. But contractually, there's really nothing there. So I kind of see where Tank was coming from a business perspective. But from where we at, and you know what I'm saying, we know, come on, dog. Tank, you got the you got to run it back with the guy and knuckle it back up. Come on, man. Ain't nobody going for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you went out sad, but it just wasn't, nobody was expecting Lamont Roach to go 12 rounds with Tank, except for Lamont Roach and his team. And I go further than that and even say that they was expecting to get
I
the win.
did. That's why I bet on it.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to you. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. Let's
You know what? I'd be lying if I said I did. I had a feeling it was gonna go the distance because I did think that Tank was gonna come in there and wash it. I did.
because everybody was saying he was gonna get knocked out. So you know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
just like,
But to be fair though, the reason why I was saying that is because Lamont Roach in the previous fights, he had this certain head movement thing to where he was taking pictures. And I think a lot of the things I criticized previously before this fight, he literally fixed. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give him, tip my hat off to that because he fixed the things I was criticizing about him.
yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? That's what practice is for. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do in camp. And he took the camp very fucking serious, like without a doubt. Yeah, you just got to give it to Lamar Rowe. He was 1,000% prepared for Tank Davis. You know what I mean? He was, in every sense of the word, he was locked, loaded, and ready to go. You know what I mean? That right there, I don't think we can deny. You know what I'm saying? Especially watching the fight, seeing what went on, how it went down. You know. But let's move on to this Ryan and Rolly, man. Who in the fuck would have ever thought Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero would be a headlining fight? Not only that, but the fact that they got Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez on the undercard. That says a lot without saying shit, because Ryan and Rolly ain't no champions. Teofimo and Devin Haney are legit champions at 140 pounds. And they're on the undercard of a Ryan Rolly fight. That right there blows my mind. And to be honest, I got to give it to Rolly Romero. This dude, for somebody who's not supposed to be here, and I do mean that literally, figuratively, and however else you
Literally,
want to take it.
literally,
You know what I'm
however
saying?
somebody want to take it, he
However you want
defied
to
the
take it.
odds.
He
It's
defied
simple as
the
that. It's
odds.
simple as that.
Like, come on, man. This dude was talking to a 10-year-old, 11-year-old Cremol Moten, and this guy was a little twerp telling him he was trash, that he's a bum, a little kid. You know what I'm
And he
saying?
is, and Roly is
Hey,
all that, but he
hey,
also still at the top.
no, you know what I'm saying? I said this dude has to be the ultimate B-side guy, number one B-side guy ever.
Well, also
Rolly Romero.
too, not only is he ass, he's
Right,
good at what he do.
right,
He's good at that trash shit.
right. And he
And
actually has a fan base. Like,
And this
He
fight is
got
about
people
to
that
be
really fuck with him. It's crazy.
this about to be some firefights, bro. And I
Yeah,
can see the reason why. Them other guys on the undercard. Look at Fimo. Look at what Fimo got to do. Like, he reaching. He trying to take the Ryan route
yeah.
last year, acting crazy just to get fans and get people to notice him. He doing all that. Everybody else is up there just quiet, trying to act professional. Ryan and Rolly already sold themselves years ago. So it
Right.
makes sense for these guys to be on their undercard for real. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez ain't finna headline shit.
Nope. T.O. and Barbosa, I feel like maybe if it was, you know what I'm saying, maybe
Now,
Golden Boy could have done something with them, but
if it was top ranked 3 years ago,
yeah. Oh,
headliner,
for sure.
yeah.
For sure. For
But
sure. For
this
sure.
this is not a headliner. Maybe Arnold Barboza To part two and part one is good enough.
Mm,
But none of these niggas besides Rolly and Ryan is headline worthy to me, unless we talking about regular TV boxing. Maybe they're a headline on Pro Box. No disrespect.
mm. You know what's crazy? I mean, the more I think about it, I mean, I don't know if I disagree with that because, like, yeah, T.O.'s last couple fights been real lackluster.
And
He
the nigga
fought the
got
faggot
dropped.
guy. Oh yeah, yeah. And the Jermaine Ortiz shit was crazy because I was
Mhm.
in there. A lot of people felt like he lost.
The black
You know,
horse of the division.
man,
That's
that's a stretch.
it's
That's a
very.
stretch. But Ryan and Rolly, I mean, we talked about it before. I want to know who you got in this fight. How you think it's going, man? Ryan Rolly.
I'm gonna go Ryan. Um, he's the better boxer, and I think he's more poised in certain situations that Rolly gonna expose himself to. I see Rolly coming in there trying to do that trash ass lateral movement. He gonna tire himself out. He fighting spots. Ryan fighting spots. They both need to be set to throw punches. So anytime Rolly try to throw some, I don't know, some wild stuff, I just feel like Ryan gonna turn his back.
Oh, he kind of disappeared there. I don't know what happened to my man. We're gonna wait for him to get back. He should be back in a second. The way he just disappeared off there was kind of crazy. Some real real hocus pocus right there. That was insane. He's just talking, then he's gone. Mm. Chad, if you can hear me, we can't hear you. You went off the screen. But we gonna go Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. I mean, oh, there you go. You back.
Can you
Uh
see
oh.
me?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh oh. Now you went off again. All right. Gucci. Gucci. I was moving along to Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez. Um, I like the fight. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a good quote unquote soft touch for Devin to come back to. Although I think he's tailor made for somebody like Devin to whoop up on. I think Devin gonna box circles around this guy. I mean, I watched Josh Taylor, set him up crazy. Oh, you gonna go on this other one? Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
All
The
right.
other one was tripping.
Yeah. I was saying, the Devin and Jose Ramirez, I didn't really know how to feel about that at first, but now that I see it, I feel like that is a good. I feel like that fight is a good. It's a good soft touch for Devin Haney coming back. Devin. I mean, yeah, Ryan was on that Ostarine, on that juicy juice, but the way Devin got done, I mean, I believe he needs a touch like this to kind of get back. And we kind of see where he's at. Kind of see what he got in the tank. You know, he says we're gonna see a better version of him, but that's what they all say when they come back off of, you know, he didn't get knocked out, but I mean he got beat
I
up.
would say they all said, but I'm one of them. I'm one of they. So
Yeah.
It's what it's what we're supposed to say. And
Right. Right.
I think the latter part of that half of that job is to go in there and show them that you know what I'm saying. It's to show
Yeah.
them, and a lot of people get stuck on the just telling them, yeah, I'm supposed to say I'm back because I am back. I look good in camp. I was supposed to look good in camp.
Right.
I'm supposed to look good in camp so I can look good in the ring. But who knows? Some people burn themselves out in camp trying to do too much to come back and look good. We don't
Right.
know. Still got to show up and show out. No matter if they feel like Jose Ramirez is written off, he's still an Olympian. He's still a former unified champion. And Devin Haney still
Mm-hmm.
has to come in here and beat him. Just
Yep.
because he just lost to Arnold Barboza, he's on the run. You're not
Right.
Arnold Barboza.
He not
Devin,
bullshit.
huh?
No, I said Barbosa ain't bullshit.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like, so Devin still got to come in there. I'm leaning towards him to win, but
Yeah.
this ain't no
Yeah.
easy task for real. I still think it. I still think they feel some type of way about that Ryan ass whooping. That's why they going with
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez, but it's
I do
still
too.
not no bad opponent.
It's not. And some people might even say he's a better boxer than Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean?
I mean that's without question though. He's a better
Yeah.
boxer. That doesn't mean he's better than Ryan
Right.
right now.
And that don't
You know
mean
what I'm
see,
saying?
and the thing I've been seeing with, and this happens when you compete against somebody so much, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Ryan
yep,
Garcia
yep.
just has Devin Haney's number. Like
He just got his number.
he got
yeah,
that's
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's old, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is
yeah,
crazy because you're
yeah.
not gonna tell me that Ryan Garcia is a better boxer than Devin Haney. I just refuse to
mm-hmm.
believe that shit. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen Devin Haney in there with the best of them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You
but it's
remember
just
back in the
something
day,
mental.
you used to have to call people collect. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ryan got his number.
he got his number, dog. It's
COLLECT.
crazy. Like I just like I couldn't believe what I was watching, and I just wish that Ryan wasn't on the juice because that would have done so much for boxing right there. The way he beat Devin Haney like that would have did so much for the game, you know.
Man,
Even
that
though, yeah, it would have been
yes,
that would have been
yes.
insane, bro.
Ryan
Like
is the 140 WBC champion.
yeah,
Oh
that's a problem.
man.
That's a
Like, could
problem.
you imagine Suleiman getting behind him? Like,
You know he
oh
would.
man.
Come on, you know he would all the way. You know, so when I just got because I ain't gonna lie, Ryan whooping Rolly ain't finna do shit for him, but just make him some money. And I guess that is saying something. Let me not say do shit for him,
No,
but
that does a lot for him because it not only give him some money, but it put him in the elite class of only few people that has whooped on Rolly.
yeah, and they all pretty much elite except for Pitbull.
Exactly. I ain't gonna say not elite pay-per-view stars.
Oh yeah, there you go, for sure.
He
I
only
agree
has
with you
lost to
1,000% for
pay-per-view
sure. Agree with
stars.
you. Yeah, yeah,
No matter how we feel about him, shit, he in that bitch with pay-per-view stars, and Ryan whooping on him, adds him to that list, and it catapults him even more to set him up for a tank part two,
yeah. Which is probably it's probably on
which
the
I think the
horizon.
winner of him and Devin later on this year is gonna get. The
Yeah,
winner of him and Devin might get the tank fight.
right. Yeah. Man, Specs, if you still there, man, what you think about this Ryan Rowley situation, man? What who you liking in this, and how you thinking it goes? If you can hear me,
I got to drop off the clubhouse, Joe.
all right. Say no.
You know, boy, I think Ryan's got this. I just think Ryan's got this. You know what I mean? I don't see what Rolly's gonna do. Like, I guess I can give him a puncher's chance, but I think Ryan's got this. I think this is just
Yeah,
the prelim to a possible Devin rematch, or the setup, which is the Devin rematch, provided Devin does what he needs to do as well. And yeah, because like I was listening to what you guys were saying earlier, and I agree, man. I feel like in their relationship, which is a lengthy one in the ring, at this point Ryan's got Devin's number.
that shit's
Unless,
crazy.
but it's not like Devin's not young enough to make a change.
Right.
That's my thing. But I don't think it will be. It can't be overnight either. So like, yeah.
Yeah. And then what about this Devin and Jose Ramirez, man? How you feeling about that? Because we were kind of talking like I said, this is a good, soft touch for Dev, coming back off that Ryan Garcia debacle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Jose Ramirez he's definitely a better boxer than Ryan Garcia, and this is definitely a fight Dev could lose. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it Jose, he's been through some shit, took the Josh Taylor loss, then he just lost to Barboza, so we don't even know what kind of headspace Jose Ramirez is in right now. He doesn't really seem like that same guy that they were marketing from California, this hard-working guy that's fighting for the people, blase, blase, blase. Although he still might be that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really seem, to be there. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Like I said, it's a hell of a fight, though. I mean, I like the fight, but who you got in this fight, and how you think it goes with Devin and Jose Ramirez?
It's like you see, what I'm more interested at, as opposed to picking a winner from the offset, because right now I don't know for Devin. Like, again, I'll be interested to see how Devin looks, his poise, his form.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like this is a better matchup than Rolly and Ryan, really.
Yeah.
In terms of the style of fight that we could possibly see as well from the two. Like, so I just like, in that, like on paper, I would say Devin.
Yeah.
But when things happen, who knows?
Yeah, once they get to swinging and shit. Yeah.
That's my issue, because, seeing him get caught, like, not to say Jose's got that, but,
Yeah, the motherfucker can box, though. His ass can box. We do know that. He can box.
Man, the nigga gonna get hit. There ain't gonna be no avoiding that.
Right.
I think he's fine against Jose Ramirez as long as he himself, as long as he ain't broken from his ass whooping. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm pretty sure he not. You know what I mean?
We definitely want to believe that, but the mental part of it is what we can't see. It will show, though, but it's something that we can't see. Some people try to hide it very well when they're quote unquote mentally fucked, but I do want to see what Devin, how he's gonna come out. You know what I mean? His aggressiveness, is he gonna be more hesitant? These are things I definitely want to see with him in this match against Jose. But at the end of the day, I believe Devin, can outbox this guy. I think Devin is a better fighter. But we got to see. They got to lock this shit up. You know what I mean? They got to line it up, and then we're gonna see at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? How that should go. I'm definitely anticipating the fight. It's a hell of a card. But as you just came here, we were talking, about just what's the word I could use? Because I don't think anybody could have predicted that Ryan and Rolly would be a headline, and then you would have Devin and Teofimo on the undercard. That is such a crazy twist, but it makes sense. I mean, Rolly definitely is more pay-per-view worthy than Devin and T.O., and so is Ryan. I mean, they are. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, shout out to Tank. These are both, guys that took L's from Tank that, well, not really Ryan more so than Rolly. Because Ryan was already popping before he got in there with Tank, which made that event what it was.
I think there's one of them cards that's easy to see the bigger picture if you own it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you are T.O. or Devin, you don't really, neither one of them niggas really feel like an undercard fight. This feel like three main events.
It does. But the reality of the situation is those posters got Ryan and Rolly on them. Those headlines.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you was a part of that card,
yeah,
Out of all of them, like I said, it's easy to see the bigger pick, especially for Devin, because you said you lining up to have a rematch.
Right.
You
So
know
it's
what I
just like
mean?
I humble myself for this little one event, and then we right back in the headlines next time.
I don't even really think it's humbling yourself. It's a turkey event. They all getting paid.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's basically damn near 3 main events.
Yeah.
And Ryan just so happened to have the biggest name. So why wouldn't he be the headliner?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at it like that, I mean, shit. It you know, it's crazy. Teofimo Lopez, Arnold Barboza Jr. Definitely was a fight I was looking forward to already. But then after Teofimo slaps Barboza, now I really want to see this shit. You know, and to be honest, it was Barboza who initiated that situation. You know, he knocked T.O. Cowboy hat off. You know, they get to pushing on each other, and then it was, I don't know, the slap was kind of crazy because it was like cat quick. That was one of those, man, do I call that a Caleb Plant? That was such a, I mean, the slap was so
Nah, it was
nasty.
quicker because he actually landed this slap.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't think Caleb landed on Jamar Charlo?
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh,
Caleb
Canelo?
and Canelo.
Oh, no, yeah. Canelo, like, yeah, that shit was kind of, Canelo, like, caught him, like, on the side of his shit or something. No, this was a full-on slap. This was, like, hand to cheek, you know what I'm saying? Some might even refer to it as a pimp slap. With the, you know, nah, maybe because the pimp might come with the backhand, huh? I don't know, man. You from San Fran, dog. You know, I don't know, bro. Am I tripping? Is that, you know, anyway. Keep it moving.
Gave that nigga a little slap hook.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And it was like he that shit was crazy, man. Barboza was hot too. He was hot, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, I don't know what you expected was gonna happen when you knocked this fucking cowboy head off. It was gonna be some type of, you know, resistance towards you doing that. So I mean, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, hey, I didn't think he was gonna slap him though. Maybe, you know, to push back or, you know, talk some crazy shit. But to slap him was insane. That means he thinks that you's a hoe. I'm sorry. When you get slapped by a grown man, that's so, you know, don't want to veer too far off type, but I'm gonna just stay on slaps. Because when I saw Eubank slap Conor Ben, that was crazy. But to slap him with an egg, yeah, you think he is some type of hoe for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that type of action gets, you know, done to you. Just understand that nigga thinks she was a hoe. I'm sorry. There's no other way to make it sound sweet, nice, or whatever. Nigga thinks you a hoe. That's it. Point blank, period. But, you know, give me your thoughts on that, Ace, and you know, what did you think about the Barboza slap? Or Barboza getting slapped, should I
I
say?
ain't gonna lie. I thought it was one of them rare occasions we got to see some boxing skills outside of the ring because the way he slapped him was so slick and fast, and then he got up out of there right after.
Yeah,
I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, that shit
I
was
ain't gonna
crazy.
lie. The first thing I thought about, and I talked to Maniac about it. I said we was like that was kind of reminding niggas of that Canelo Caleb Plant slap, like where it's like, is this gonna show how it's gonna be in the ring? Is
Right.
Barboza gonna be too slow to get out the way of that motherfucker?
Yeah, because he didn't even. Not only was he too, he didn't even put the hand up to block it or anything. It was crazy. I don't even know how that wasn't an instinct. You know what I'm saying? But
The
he is
Kevin
Hispanic.
Hart voice, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready, man. He was not ready at all. Smokey just popped up in here, man. If you want to drop your thoughts, man, what'd you think about T.O. slapping Barboza? I mean, that shit was right there in your city, man, right there on Times Square. Smack the shit out that nigga, man. What you think about that?
Shit. You slapped the man open handedly. You know what I'm saying? That's really like saying he a bitch.
For sure.
Slap the shit out that nigga. Ain't really much I can really say about it. You know, I really don't like Tio too much, but you know what I'm saying, he got his shit off. He slapped the shit out that man.
Yeah. Who you like in the fight though?
I like Barbosa.
I do too. I don't know why I do too, but the way I just seen this man get slapped like that, I don't know, man. Tio is lightning quick, man. I'm like, shit.
You know, he quick.
You got to come with that shit, Barbosa. You know what I'm saying? Now we really don't.
I don't know. I like Barbosa for some reason.
Yeah. I like Barbosa in this one too. I'm going Barbosa. You know, I ain't really like, you know, how T.O.'s been, you know, moving as of late, you know, with all that monkey shit and, you know, telling niggas to get him a banana and all that type of shit. And then he say he's doing it for promotion. I just ain't really with that shit. I mean, that shit just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, T.O.
I feel like he said he's doing it for promotion because he thought Bud was going to
put hands on him. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be real with you. The way Bud was looking, and the way he was scrunching up his mouth and shit, I think he was ready to put hands on Tio.
Right. I mean, I don't doubt that he would have. Like I said, you know, I was actually out there in New York, you know, when the shit happened. And like a lot of I ain't even gonna call them entourage, you know, a lot of his people that's around Bud every day on a daily basis. Yeah, they alluded to, hey, when we see T.O., it's up. Like there ain't no amount of talking he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We putting hands on him. Like, it's on site.
I'm gonna be real. Somebody got to do something with this boy.
Yeah,
his mouth is out of hand.
It's crazy, bro. And so is his dad. Like they be talking. Now, when I heard his dad talking and doing all this, I was like, I see why he got stalled off on in that Top Rank gym. I see why. Like, you just be talking reckless, brother. Like, I don't even understand why you thought it was okay in a room full of niggas to say nigga. Come on, dog.
Yo, bro,
niggas don't care what we
doing it.
Yeah, he's still doing.
He said,
yeah.
T.O. said something my nigga the other day. He's not gonna stop, bro. So somebody gonna have to do something to him.
And it's like, to be honest, like, I mean, I'm from H-Town, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, coming up, like, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of Hispanics. They be you know what I'm saying? But they ain't saying nigga in no derogatory, you know, way, like, you know, to talk shit about you. Like, when they talk amongst each other, my nigga, that's my dog, you know what I'm saying? They do that. But from what I'm looking at Tia, I mean, this nigga ain't even Mexican. He's like Honduran, was raised in like Denver. I mean, did the nigga even grow up in New York? He's saying he's from New York, and you know,
his father from New York.
Yeah.
He's not from New York. His father from New York.
That's what I'm getting. Like, nobody's really disputing senior.
Misconstrued that boy from Florida.
Exactly. Oh, okay, I thought he was raised in like Denver, Colorado, or some shit like that. But Florida's even crazy. Florida makes sense to why they had to fight in Miami now when he fought Claggett, which was it was strange. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
niggas in New York don't like Tio.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that clearly. You know, shout out to Africa, Richard Hitchison, pulling up at the press conference. I did like his energy. I just wish it was him fighting. I mean, him and Barbosa is a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but I it should be T.O. and Hitchison in New York. That's the fight. Well, I mean, and it's a unification. Like, I don't know why they ain't put that fight together, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nah, for real. That's a moneymaker right there.
What? Maybe that might be for later, because you ain't gonna tell me that Teofimo Lopez versus Richardson Hitchens in New York City ain't gonna that y'all could do that at not even the theater, in the Garden. That one gonna do numbers. No, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic against a nigga in oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I'm sorry. That is going to be insane. They might even try to take that to Vegas. Go ahead.
Now, to be real, I think they should do that shit in Brooklyn.
At the Barclays.
Claiming Brooklyn. Hitchison's from Brooklyn. That should be a packed house.
Yeah. And Hitchison always saying he ain't never seen this man outside. He says that a lot.
Who, Richardson?
Yeah. Why he be walking in the neighborhood?
He don't be in New York now.
Yeah.
He don't be in New York, bro. He don't be in New York.
Man, okay.
Like, remember I told you, I know one of his family members. I used to work with him.
Yeah.
And that nigga not from New York. He don't be in New York like that and none of that. You know what I'm saying? If that nigga was from New York, bro, he would have been at that fight. Bro.
Can't disagree with that.
All that shit that he talked, he would have been at that fight. Nigga, number one, you punched my daddy, nigga. I'm coming to New York.
Hold on now, let that nigga cook.
That nigga didn't do shit. They said he started talking about his dad got breathing problems when they got his ass stole off on and all kind of shit.
Fact.
You know, start talking about health conditions.
And the word is, Keyshawn was the one that did it.
Yeah, it was Keyshawn. Yeah, yep. He said that his dad got jumped. Everybody else said nigga Keyshawn stole off on him. Point blank. Period. That's it. That's all.
That's it. Like this the same shit. This is a repeat from Angel Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like Angel was he was out there in Brooklyn speaking his mind, and the Brooklyn niggas was about to pack him up.
Yeah.
You seen they wouldn't allow Zab to the press conference and none of that. This is the same shit, bro.
Hey Joe.
Yo.
Hey, fix the title.
Huh?
Fix the title of the room.
You said fix the title?
Yeah.
Why you said it?
It say WH instead of WG.
Oh shit! I didn't
say who passed these hands.
Yeah, man. You
don't say who go.
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube. Joe's fucking up, guys.
Shout out to Bam coming in here. Just you know what I'm saying.
He said, "Whose hands gonna catch these?"
No facts. Yeah, man. See, we got some of the council tapping in. Hey, we are live, Bam. But we appreciate your
unwanted input.
There we go. I mean, listen. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on now, let that nigga cook.
Yeah, it's unwanted, man. But it's all good. It's all
I'm
good.
here with you, Joe. We on point.
You know what I'm saying? I was shout out to
the
Bam.
timing was just impeccable, wasn't it? He was just fun at parties.
No. All right, Bam. You know, since you tapped in, man, what you think about this T.O. and Barbosa Jr., man? How you feel about that fight? Who you got?
And you better spell it correctly.
I think that's a cool fight. I think T.O. gonna pull it out. I think he a little bit too much under Barbosa's skin. He been playing games with him the whole little tour. So
yeah,
we'll see.
What'd you think about the slap?
It was. He touched his face, but to me, it wasn't really too much because he's got the fingertips on him. It wasn't.
It wasn't Caleb playing Jamal.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't Caleb playing Jamal. It wasn't Eubank and.
Oh no, we know it wasn't no Eubank shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. But I mean, it was enough to piss Barbosa off though.
For sure.
That's really all that matters.
All right, man. Listen, now Bill Haney is back. Bill Haney is back. I know we all saw how Bill eloquently spoke at the press conference, calling the Zone broadcasters a joke, and the panel for how they handled the presentation of Devin Haney. And I kind of felt that, though, you know what I mean? Because for him to be an undisputed former undisputed champion, current champion at 140 pounds, you know, they didn't really touch on that like they should have. I feel like, you know, if it would have been a white fighter or maybe any other fighter that wasn't African American, they might have dove into the situation a little bit more as far as, you know, the accolades and kind of promoting those more than anything. Specs, I'll start with you, Specs. Like, what did you think about, you know, Bill Haney's point of view, and I guess the lack of promotion that the zone that they put on at their press conference? You know, what'd you feel about that? Yes, if Specs still there or not. If Specs ain't there, Maniac, it's on you.
I like what Bill was saying, man. It was on point. I can tell he meant every damn word, and they received that shit because they knew exactly what they was doing. They knew what they was doing was wrong, and I like the fact that he checked them. I just wish he had more people there to have his back to speak up. At the same time, what he's saying, but also, you said something yesterday, I believe. This is why we want to open up our platform to bring Bill on here to talk about that shit, because we will have your back, because that was some bullshit, Bill.
All right. For sure, Bill. Come on down. You know what I'm saying? Come on, this is where you need to be at any damn way. Ace, how'd you feel about that, Ace? Oh, Ace not there. Smokey still there?
I'm right here, my bad.
Go ahead.
Basically, what Sanchez was saying, that I wish it was kind of. I'm sorry. I'm at home. Let me answer in a second. I'm at the store.
Smoke.
But I felt Bill. You know, I think he was right. I don't think that he did anything incorrect. I felt they was trying to play Devin Haney the whole entire time I was watching it. I kept saying it to Maniac. I'm like, bruh, this shit feel weird. I'm like, it feel like it's everything against Haney right now.
Yeah, I mean, the disrespect was definitely there, especially when it was brought to the light. You know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would do that, but they definitely did it. They tried it, but you know, shout out to Bill, stood 10 toes right in the man's face, and it was cool.
But the most disgusting thing, though, Joe, was Todd Grisham acting like he didn't know what Bill was talking about.
Right.
And that was nasty.
And then he threw my Let's Get Ready to Rumble under the bus. Hey, that was crazy.
Yep.
That was insane. I was like, boy, you's a different type of hoe. Like,
yeah, now that my brain back working, I thought it was also it was so obvious how much they wanted to try to glaze over the fact this nigga Ryan Garcia cheated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to skip over that so bad, and then sit there and label Devin Haney the villain.
Right.
I can see. This is why I say I wish. You know what I'm saying? We was there, or more people was there to have Bill back. Is because I can see he was trying to be careful with the words he used, and that's why it seemed like, you know, Bill's one of those guys, like, he witty. He usually have the words to say. You know what I'm saying? I can see, like, kind of antsy, and he's trying to pick and choose his words because he really wanted to call all of them racist motherfuckers, for real. I can see it in his face, because he was like, I mean, you know, we over here, it's a pro such and such crowd, and you know, and it makes sense. Yeah. I'm sure if he had the platform to say it, he would have called them exactly what they were being.
Right. Yeah. Man, Bam, what you think about it, Bam? What you think about Bill's reaction to how they quote unquote treated Devin at the presser?
He acted accordingly. Shit.
You feel me? I like that.
No, for real.
Nah, that was accordingly for sure.
They tripping, bro. It's unfortunate that, you know, Devin is so young and has really done a lot in this sport already, and they still don't like acknowledge that or give him that kind of respect. They keep playing with him. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think that's what turned off a lot of like real fans, like, you know, because these niggas don't even know what they be talking about. And then it's and then y'all brushing over the fact Ryan cheated so much. It's like, bro, that's the incorrect way to sell that second fight. Tell the truth. Don't try to make it seem like something that never happened. No, this nigga cheated, and this is why they're having a rematch in the quote-unquote one-sided fight they had. Because one man cheated, and he needs to redeem himself. That should be highlighted.
And it seems like the people that, like, you know, like the Oscars and people of that certain status, they act like they don't even care about that shit. Like, the cheating, like, come on, bro.
Hell, they don't care. Why would they? Their money ain't stopped.
Right.
Right.
But why y'all think that's the narrative that Golden Boy, hell, even Ring Magazine with Turkey, and why is that the narrative that they want to run with instead of, like you said, hey, speaking the truth and telling exactly what happened? Because, I mean, one thing we love in America is a redemption story, you know? But, like, why are they trying to gloss over Ryan Garcia cheating? Why are they trying to make it seem like he just beat the hell out of Devin? And, you know, although we did watch, he couldn't get away from the left hook. But that still doesn't.
I tell you why. Because they want a reason to speak good for Ryan. And they think the only way to sell the nigga or promote the fight is by dick riding him. You get what I'm saying? It's by sitting there glazing this nigga. Let's be honest. That's all they've been doing is glazing him.
You know, hey, listen. But you know what's so good about it is they gotta line it up, and they gonna line it up, and it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? It is definitely gonna be lit. You know, but and that's all I got today, dog. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, it's been another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy Joe Prophet. You know, I'm always coming through with the counsel. My niggas pulling up. You know, they gonna give you the great insight. You know, these are some of the best boxing minds in the world. And if you don't believe it, argue with your mama. I don't really give a shit. But you know, listen, we're gonna tap back in Monday and then keep rolling throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all boys for pulling up. And y'all already know.
We on some other shit. Comprende? Yeah.
Man, we out, man.